The AT&T TL7812 DECT 6.0 Cordless headset helps you to unify your everyday business communications. By connecting the headset to your computer, you can enjoy mobile workforce with connectivity to Voice over IP or VoIP services, specifically Skype and Microsoft Link. Before getting started, choose the installation option which suits you the best. There are two installation options. Option A. Connect the headset to a corded phone and install the lifter to enjoy hands-free phone conversations. You may also connect it to a computer with the USB cable for VoIP calls. Option B. Connect the headset to a telephone wall jack with a splitter. You may also connect it to a computer with the USB cable for VoIP calls. Option A. Check the corded handset connected switch to make sure it's set to yes. Then, on the back of the telephone base, plug one side of the corded phone connection cable into the corded phone connection jack that has a blue dot on it. Unplug the curly handset cord from the handset jack on the corded phone. Plug it into the jack on the corded phone connection cable. Plug the other end of the corded phone connection cable into the handset jack on your corded phone. If you also want to connect the headset to your computer, plug the smaller end of the USB cable into the USB port. Plug the larger end of the USB cable into a USB port on your computer. On the back of the telephone base, plug the smaller side of the power adapter into the power jack that has a green dot on it. Plug the larger side of the power adapter into an electrical outlet. Lift the corded handset and then press the on/off button on the headset. If you hear a dial tone, proceed with the remaining steps. If there is no dial tone or the dial tone is unclear, slide the corded handset audio switch at the bottom of the headset base from A to F until the dial tone is clear, and then proceed with remaining steps. Now you can install the lifter. Look at the space underneath the corded handset. If there is a speaker, the lifter should be centered over it. If there is no speaker, the lifter should be centered within the space. Make sure the lifter arm is raised above the switch hook on the telephone base. Peel off the protective strips from the adhesive tape on the bottom of the lifter. Carefully place the lifter in the desired position and press down. Plug the lifter control cable into the lifter jack on the headset base. Adjust the switch hook presser adjustment knob until the switch hook presser is just above the switch hook. Lower the lifter arm until the switch hook presser holds the switch hook down. Place the corded handset on the lifter. Press the on/off button on the headset. The switch hook presser should rise and release the switch hook on your telephone base. Make sure you hear a dial tone through your headset earpiece. If the switch hook is not fully released, turn the adjust lifter knob while the corded handset is on the lifter. When the switch hook is fully released, you will hear a dial tone from the headset. If you installed the lifter over the top of the corded phone speaker, the installation is done. If your corded phone speaker is located elsewhere on the phone, you have to stick the auxiliary ring detector to the speaker. Insert the auxiliary ring detector plug into the ring detect jack on the lifter. Remove the protective strip from the adhesive tape on the auxiliary ring detector. Stick the auxiliary ring detector to the center of the corded phone speaker. Press the ring on/off button on the lifter to turn the ring detector on. The status light on the lifter will turn blue. The default setting on the ring detector works with most corded telephones. However, you may need to adjust the detector sensitivity if the ringtone level of your corded phone is too soft. Turn the sensor adjust knob on the lifter clockwise to increase or counterclockwise to decrease the sensitivity. When the ring detector detects the telephone ringer correctly, the status light on the lifter flashes quickly when the telephone rings. This concludes the installation of Option A. Option B. Check the corded handset connected switch to make sure it's set to No. Then, on the back of the telephone base, plug one side of the telephone line cord into the tel wall jack that has a red dot on it. Plug the other side of the telephone line cord into the line splitter. Plug the telephone line cord from the other corded or cordless telephone you have already installed into the line splitter. If you have subscribed to DSL high-speed internet service, plug the DSL filter into a telephone wall jack and connect to the line splitter. Otherwise, just plug the line splitter into a telephone wall jack. If you also want to connect the headset to your computer, plug the smaller end of the USB cable into the USB port. Plug the larger end of the USB cable into a USB port on your computer. We're almost done. On the back of the telephone base, plug the smaller side of the power adapter into the power jack that has a green dot on it. Then, plug the larger side of the power adapter into an electrical outlet. Now the installation is done. Lift the corded handset and then press the on-off button on the headset. If you hear a dial tone, the installation was successful. This concludes the installation of Option B.